Gearbox secretly nerfed some legendary items without telling us, so I want to take a look at that. And because of this change, there's actually one shield that is now really powerful. Plus, I also want to touch on a known issue that Gearbox is looking into, and of course have a giveaway for an awesome new item. So let's get into it. Would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support. And let's go. With the recent update that buffed and nerfed a ton of the items in Borderlands 3, Gearbox also significantly changed how the shield boosters work. Some shields of course have this special effect where if you are damaged you have a chance of dropping a booster on the ground that will give you a special buff. First, this was very annoying because you manually had to pick them up, comparable to opening a chest, while some of the regular items like ammo and money are now automatically picked up. So to use these shield boosters you really had to look for them and then press a button on the PS4 it's square to pick them up. So really focus on these items while you want to focus on the enemies and shooting them in the head. Well, luckily they changed that with that recent hotfix, and now when a booster drops it will automatically come towards you like some other items in the game. So then it's almost a guaranteed buff when this booster drops. You just need to move close enough, and that happens a lot of the times because you're moving around on the battlefield. So yes, the shields that drop these boosters are now way more powerful than they were before. And good to note, by the way, is that when you play offline, it still works the old way. So you need to be online with the hotfix applied to have this insane change active. So this was already known, and this is what Gearbox communicated. Shield boosters were modified and are now set for auto pickup. Nothing else, while they did indeed change more than just this fix. Because that's also a thing, this was under the bug fixes, so it was likely meant to be an auto pickup from the get-go, but that was not the case. So yeah, going back to that secret change they made, but they did not tell us about, they namely lowered the drop chance of these boosters or power charges in some case. And in one case they actually also lowered the amount of shield that you get per pickup. Let's look for example at this Nova shield that first before the update had a 20% chance to drop a power charge that increases weapon damage by 10%. Well, now after the update it has a 15% chance to drop the power charge. And the 20 to 15% seems to be the case for almost all the shields actually. This front loader, for example, first had a 20% chance to drop a health charge that restores 15% health. Well, right now it's a 15% chance to drop the charge. The chargeback Whiskey shield had a bigger nerf though, so the chance also went from 20% to 15%, but it would first restore 15% shield, and now after the update 8%. So that is a pretty significant stealth nerf for sure. And I get where they are coming from because the boosters are now way more powerful thanks to the auto pickup, so they likely want to tweak the chance to have them be a little bit more balanced. Although the change to the amount of shield that you get is pretty weird, I don't see why they did that. And overall, again, they did not tell us about these changes at all, while that would have been appreciated. But the weirdest part of all is that they did not touch the Big Boom Blaster shield that has a 60% chance to drop a booster that restores 60% shields, a grenade and heavy ammo. So while it's not noted, it does work the same as the other shields where it drops these boosters after being hit. But yeah, this one has a 60% chance. So that is really insane. Like, these boosters are dropping left and right. And this was also the case before the update, but then you had to pick them up manually to get the ammo for your rocket launchers, the grenade and the shield. Now you really don't have to worry about that anymore, meaning that you basically got unlimited grenades. That is more than welcome. Yes, I still use the Nerfed grenade, of course, that I, by the way, gave away in a recent video. I emailed it to the winner already, but what I do is I duplicate the item first and then I give it away, so I can still use it in my video or look at changes that Gearbox made. By the way, I will do a new giveaway for an item in a second, so stay tuned for that. What could that item be? Anyway, the unlimited grenades, thanks to the auto pickup of the booster, is really good. And the ammo for the rocket launchers can be nice too, if you are a fan. I don't really like these heavy weapons, but Again, if you are into them, then this is a nice extra. So while the capacity of the shield is not that high at 4532 on level 50, thanks to the boosters you get 60% back on pickup, and it triggers a damage nova too when the shield breaks. So that will happen pretty often, while you can still retain your shield. This Big Boom Blaster shield is really powerful now. I even combined it with the Generator Transfusion Frag Grenade that heals you for 120% of the damage dealt, and it heals your shield for 30% of the shield damage dealt. And since you have unlimited grenades, you can just throw this and it's really a nice way to stay alive. Although I prefer the high damage grenades that you can now just spam. So yeah, it's pretty weird that they stealth nerfed the regular shields that have a chance to drop boosters, but that they did not touch the Big Boom Blaster shield that has the highest chance of all to give you these amazing bonuses. And really fingers crossed that they are not going to nerf it now. That would really suck. I really like the shield now. It was first not really useful because you did not want to focus on picking up these boosters manually, while right now it is really a ton of fun to use. So do you want a chance to win this one? It's a world drop, so it can drop anywhere. There's no reliable place to farm it yet, until the dedicated loot drops come in November. So then we can just go to one boss and farm that one over and over again to in the end get the Big Boom Blaster. Anyway, I will now mail it to one lucky person who put his or her PSN in a comment under the pinned comment, and I will announce the winner in a future video. And of course it would be awesome if you are a subscriber of the channel before you enter. Cloud Daddy won the Nightflyer pistol from a previous giveaway. We'll send you a friend request and then email you the gun. Like I said, I already mailed the Murph grenade and the Creeping Death from a previous giveaway too, and we'll send invites to the other winners really soon as well. Not sure, by the way, if you noticed a pretty annoying issue that is in the game right now, where you cannot mark items as your favorite or as junk. So it will be really hard to kind of manage what you have to sell or what you want to keep. Now, this is not footage of me just randomly scrolling to my inventory. I'm actually trying to mark them, but it's not possible. Well, luckily Gearbox notes that they are already aware of this and looking into a fix. So we should see this fix hopefully soon with the upcoming hotfix that I could totally see them release this week. And hopefully they have a fix for the missing hats from the recent update too. Everyone should have these hats at their change station after downloading the 1.05 update, but many people in the comments under my recent video and on Reddit too are noting that they do not have them. First, people thought that it was linked to the deluxe edition, so the people with the deluxe edition see the hats while the standard edition people do not see them. But we got a response from Gearbox as posted by Negative Garbage on Reddit, where this 2K person says that you first need to kill Hans before you get the hats. Although I'm certain that I got the hats even before doing anything Bloody Harvest related. But yeah, at least this confirms that it has nothing to do with the deluxe edition, so that it's likely a bug that again I hope they fix soon. And speaking of new hats and a skin, tomorrow on October 29th we will very likely get the new cosmetics that you see right here via a shift code that will be shared on the Borderlands show. Plus they will also announce the new event that will then kick off that day too, meaning that the increased anointed gear event that is going on right now will be ending very soon, and then we get this spooky surprise event, although we don't know what that is yet. We'll of course keep you up to date here and cover everything from the Borderlands show. It will also give us a glimpse at what we can expect from the big November update that will be coming. So totally subscribe for everything Borderlands 3 if you haven't already. We will be streaming the new event immediately too when it goes live. There will be a countdown timer here on the channel so you know when the live stream begins. Would of course be nice if you could leave a like on this video, as it really helps the channel out. And totally check out my previous video on those new cosmetics to see them in action, and also on the loot drops that are increased for the Hans boss from the Bloody Harvest event. You can watch that video by clicking on the screen if you haven't already, or I will link to it at the end of our golden chest opening that Dennis and I always like to do at the end of a Borderlands 3 video. What did you get? 621?
Yeah, I overlooked this in the chest the last time because it wasn't a legendary, but I think as far as item scores are worth anything, 621 is the max you can get right now. There are some higher ones, but they're like clearly modded. They have over 1 million damage and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I won a legendary with that score. And I won't get it because these are all purple.
Is that possible though? We haven't seen one, I think. Right?
We didn't get one. I think I saw people on Reddit, but the only one I saw was Lucian's Call, which drops at 621.
Oh my god, only purples. Hey, I do have a durable loot expander. Wow, this one is better than the one I normally have. It gives me 120%, almost 120% extra cash, 25% extra ammo, and whoa, 43% extra health. Pretty good.
That's pretty sick.
I will drop this one on the ground for now. Awesome. Okay. Maybe we should not be that negative when we only get epic items, because sometimes they are actually pretty good. Subscribe for way more Borderlands free coverage. Like the video to support the channel. There are new skins that we will likely get soon. You can watch a video about it by clicking on the screen. For now, we will speak to you next time, and goodbye.